I just can't be with you. I can't.
I would like the ring back because I don't think that you deserve it.
I'm gonna keep the ring because, damn, I'm crazy.
Hey guys, welcome to the Geedunk. We're back with another episode of Love is Blind, episodes 9 through 11, and boy, is it a doozy.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, we got those polls going, and I know old Arena was at the top big time, right? But I think out of this set of episodes, there's somebody else that's totally going to surpass her. Because I changed my vote already.
I did vote for Jackie initially.
In the beginning, did you? Oh, yeah.
I
changed my vote to Jackie.
Well, she earned it, I think,
yeah,
these episodes.
But, hey, speaking of it, man, we got a ton of people voting on this. We got, well over 1,000 people voting. So, hey, thanks, guys. We appreciate it. And we got a lot of subscribers, too, off this last couple episodes. We appreciate it. We love you guys. And, we love doing this for you. So, keep subscribing.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Marshall confronts Jackie, and he said, I need to know what you need from me.
Yeah.
But girl's too tired.
She's like, bro, we just got to hanging out with everybody. I just want to go to sleep.
Yeah, the amount of times she calls this guy bro is just like, bro, I'm just tired.
And I really feel for Marshall because he is just
dude.
trying to be cool, calm, and collective and get his thoughts out there and have an open conversation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not happening.
And I'm going to be the first to say, I said I liked Marshall at the beginning, but I had hesitations because I thought there was something off with him. I was wrong. The way this guy handles her, he's got the patience of a saint.
Oh, dude.
I wanted to reach to the screen and scream at him and say, stop asking her what she needs from you. What do you need from her? Because she's not giving you anything.
And he finally tells her that, right? He finally says that to her. He's like, look, I'm giving everything to you, and you give nothing back. He's like, anything you want, I'm with you. I'm doing it. I'm patient. I'm here for you. You know I am.
It's on her terms. Yeah. Everything's on her terms.
When we could talk about this in the morning. He said, look, I'm tired just like you are, but we need to knock this out right now and get this taken care of. And she's like, nah, she ain't having it.
He's just trying to make it work.
Oh yeah.
And he's trying to do the best he can.
And then to shut him up, she pulls a typical thing she always does. She walks up behind him and hugs him. Just love me. Oh, just love me.
That was a good move.
Yeah.
Well, at first she tried to deflect with the whole, your eyes are really beautiful.
Oh, yeah, she did too. That's right.
He was like, thanks.
He's like, yeah, thanks. Now,
back to the question.
Right.
Focus.
Oh, yeah. No, that freaking woman, dude, she's the devil. She's the devil. She's crazy. And she even missed being crazy later on. So,
it's true.
So Kwame goes shopping with Chelsea, and he's starting to have some doubts.
Oh, dude, he's annoyed, man. He is annoyed as hell on that shopping trip. You can tell that dude just doesn't want to be there.
I'm having so much fun with you.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good.
All right. See ya.
See you.
And he's trying to be a trooper, too. He's
Yeah.
trying to be a trooper in there, too, and I give it to him.
How many guys like doing that?
Yeah, nobody.
Yeah, that is the worst.
Yeah, we don't like
to be
that.
in a store,
Yeah.
when you ain't shopping, let's face it, she's really doing the shopping.
Oh, yeah. And
But Chelsea acts like this is going to be so much fun for them to do together.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And then she keeps grabbing more stuff, and he's like, "Dude, you got 20 things back there." He's like,
I need more.
But and then of course she's like, what she say? I need the sports. What the hell is shorts? She says she needs some kind of shorts, and the freaking guy's like, "Yeah, she needs the shorts."
He's like, whose side are you on, man? Come on.
Right.
He's like, did you not catch the
You
hint?
can tell he was working on commission.
You have 10,000 things back there. You want to go?
Kwame,
The biker.
for as much as you
shorts she
like
should do.
clothes,
The biker shorts she should do.
yeah, definitely.
Perfect.
But his big concern is the communication, because he asked her, hey, are you good? And then her response,
Do I look like I'm good?
And that rubs him the wrong way.
And it should, right? She's not giving any indication of why she's upset. If somebody tells you that, and you automatically are going to assume they're upset with you, right? When maybe they're not. But so I agree with her on that. She could definitely communicate better, what's wrong with her if something's wrong, right? Instead of just giving them attitude.
But she's
first thing
direct, not confrontational.
And he's adamant that that's not true.
Right, that's
you think you're direct, but that was confrontation.
Direct would be telling me exactly what the hell is wrong with you.
Now, I will say, he does look like he's kind of looking for an excuse to get out of this thing.
Sometimes I think he is.
But, he's being a trooper and kind of, sucking it up and trying to just get through it at this point, which I give him credit for.
I'm wondering
Right
about
here,
the
yeah.
editing on this because half the time he seems like, what can I nitpick around here to say, hey, this might not work because of this. And then half the time he's like, she's my woman. I love her. I miss her when she's not around. Like, so I don't really know where he stands.
I could swear he like calls his mom and hangs up and she's like, she don't want that. She's probably like, son, are you there? Oh. She don't like you.
She's not
I'll
up
tell you,
for it.
you're not Ghanaian. She ain't digging this. Sorry.
Yep. So, okay, now Paul and Micah get together and they're having these conversations over Arizona.
Yeah.
Arizona keeps coming back up.
Yeah, this Arizona thing is just a weird thing that just kind of came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden, I had to look it up. Apparently, she spends half her time in Arizona, half her time in Seattle, and they call her a snowbird because, you know, she migrates during the winter.
Right.
And she's got a job that's fully remote and allows
Must
her
be
to
pretty
do
good
that.
paying. I don't know if she's living with her parents in Arizona or what's going on. But
But the way he handled this, because at first he just shut it down. He's like, no, I don't want to go. And then he's like, you know what? You know, he's like, and
He
he's
immediately
having
changed his
real time
mind.
like thoughts.
he said, right? He's like, you know what? If I'm, you know, of course he's thinking, well, shit, if I'm going to marry this woman, I got to be open to that, right? So he's like, you know what? No, well, he's like, I'll be open to it. Sure, I'll travel there with you sometimes, and you know, and I'll even be open to potentially moving there one day. So it was good of him to do that, right?
And their relationships seems to be progressing
Oh, it's
because
getting
they're
better,
like,
man.
I don't
Yeah.
even know how we can separate at this point. So
Yeah.
that's interesting.
I'm really liking the progression of their relationship at this point. You know, Micah's growing on me, you know, and I'm liking the kind of person I'm seeing from her now, even to the point where she's standing up to her friends, you know, about him. So I'm really liking Micah's attitude now.
Yeah, they seem to be getting a little bit stronger.
Now Zach meets Bliss's mom.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think of that
That goes
interaction?
really
That
well.
was good, man. That was good. Like I think she really loved Zach. You know, the sisters liked him. I think that was a great meet, and I think he handled it well. And I think it was good, man.
I don't think Zach's the best explainer sometimes, though. Like, he is just going into all his detail. Well, at first I chose somebody else. And Bliss is kind of like, what are you
going there, huh?
Lead with that.
And Zach's like, and I could tell Bliss is a little.
She's a little irritated that I just said that.
She's
But
like, no, go ahead. But you know, but it's cool that he just wanted to be open and honest with her family, right? Look, this is how it went down. You know, I made a mistake, and
He probably knows it's going to come out, so maybe he wants
That's
to,
it,
like,
yeah.
just be upfront and honest. But, like, you could tell Bliss is like, why are you talking about this?
well, he's awkward. He's
Yeah.
he's a little boring to listen to, and he's awkward, and but that's something she likes about him. So you know that works for them.
Right,
but
exactly.
it may not work for everyone else around
Yeah.
in the group.
Okay, and you get to hear a little more about the stuff they talked about. Like, evidently, they talked a lot about books and a lot about like biology and all this other stuff together. She's a nerd herself, right? They're both pretty nerdy people, you know. So you know, it works for them.
I do like how her mom said, if you marry my daughter, then I'll be your mom, too.
That was cool. That was a nice little tearjerker.
And you know, after he expressed that one of his big concerns was not being accepted by her family, which luckily is her mom accepts him. But
Yeah, so that was definitely a good meeting. And I think he, you know, got good warm and fuzzy from that, and you know, and good. You know, 'cause Zach's a good dude, man. I like the guy. You know, I really like Zach.
would you like to sit down and have a conversation with him? Though?
No.
Agreed.
Now, Kwame meets Chelsea's mom and family. Already met the dad, so meeting the mom now, and it's kind of uneventful, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, they all seemed to like him, and it was like a woman power kind of meet, right? And even Chelsea's like, you know, I was raised by all these strong women, and there was only like one dude there, and I think it was Chelsea's uncle, but other than that, it was all women. But I mean, it seemed like it was a fun meeting, and even Kwame's like, man, this is like I'm in like in a room with a whole bunch of Chelseas. They're all energetic and just up and you know.
I think,
So.
I get chewed up in the comments here on the last video for defending Kwame because, you know, he does have his whole like half in, half out kind of scenario, but he is getting swallowed by Chelsea's life and consumed by like,
Oh, he is.
you know, he doesn't really seem to like be able to be himself.
Yeah, no, and when he even says it to her, right? He's like, look, you know, he's like, I feel like you know, when you're having problems and getting overwhelmed, you've got places you can go. You can go hang out with your dog or hang out with your mom. He's like, I can't drive 3 hours to Portland, you know, and what am I going to go lay down for an hour and then get back up and drive 3 hours back?
But he hasn't really provided what's so great about Portland for him. Like, he's like, oh, I go on this running trail. Like, who cares? You can find a running trail anywhere. That's not a reason to hold on to Portland.
We also know Portland's not like his home.
Yeah.
Like he's been there for years because we know that he was on or tried to be on a DC version of Married at First Sight.
Yeah.
So he's obviously moved around. So he hasn't been in Portland for
And he's
too long.
not really articulating to the viewers like what is so great about Portland. Like, he's not talking up, hey, I got a bunch of buddies on the soccer team and I have a passion for soccer and I don't know if I can get in another league. He's not saying that kind
now,
of
later
stuff.
on, he does talk about that a little bit when he's talking with his buddies at the bachelor party, right? And but which is fine. He goes into that like, look, you know, I've got all my friends in Portland. I've got to give up. I've got to give up this. I got to give up that. And he's talking about like, what does she got to give up? Nothing. And at that point, I'm like, dude, you're a freaking douche, man. Like, yeah, she's giving up her freedom as a single woman, right? She's getting married to a guy she's only known for 3 weeks. You know, this is gonna be an adjustment for her too, not just you. But he was making it sound like that he was giving all the sacrifice, and he actually said this is gonna be better for her life. This is actually gonna make her life better, and it's gonna make my life harder. And I'm like, dude, get over yourself, man. It's like, come on, man. It's like this is gonna be just as difficult for her as it is for you. Aside from you moving your life, yeah, that's gonna be a pain in the ass. I said, but it ain't all freaking roses and freaking rainbows for her either, you know?
I'm kind of in the middle of this.
I mean, I feel for Kwame on this part. I do think he's using it as a crutch and an excuse to not keep pushing forward in the relationship.
Oh, yeah.
But I can see it. I can see that, yes, it's easier for him to move there. But, like, once he's moved there, what is his identity other than being with her?
Well, he
doesn't really have it.
He's had to make one. Yeah, you got to find new friends,
well,
find a soccer league to join.
Exactly where she's always been, and now she's just picking him up and dropping him into her life,
but it still interrupts. Tough. But it still interrupts her life and brings a complete change to her world as well.
It changes she wants.
That was her. Well, right now she does. Until
she's going to be sharing her apartment, and that's going to change the dynamic.
She's not going to have her own
space
anymore. Right? Exactly. So I mean,
the only thing she's really giving up is the ability or opportunity to be with a man who truly, truly loves her and wants to be with her and doesn't have somebody else in the back of his mind.
I mean, I think all this just scares him because, like,
it definitely does.
know, he's feeling a little suffocated, and I think he has like something in the back of his mind that questions if this is right, and then all this is going on. It's moving quickly for him, and he has his doubts, clearly.
Yeah.
So everyone's getting fitted for their tuxedos and their wedding dresses and all that, but there's no Jackie there.
Oh, yeah, Jackie.
And Tiffany gets on the horn and, like, messages Brett.
Yeah, she's like, hey, baby, Jackie's not here.
So Brett gets the text, and he informs Marshall. And Marshall's getting all fitted, getting nice, choosing colors, all this kind of stuff, starting to get into it.
Poor Marshall, man.
Gets the bad news.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, really? See, of course, he goes and tells his boys, and his boys are like, man, that's trash. And it's like, yes, she is trash. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow.
Yeah. And then the crazy part is it cuts to Jackie, who's hanging out with Josh.
Yeah, that was, oh, man. Talk about like a stab in the gut, dude. Not only is she missing her dress fitting, but she's going behind your back.
Yeah, I don't know if this is like editing where this isn't happening concurrently,
like that happened after?
You know, because that'd be pretty messed up.
No, because she tells him that she met with Josh.
Yeah, remember he gets back from the tux fitting and meets her in the apartment.
Yeah, but we don't know how much later that is.
Yeah, well,
she clearly did it before the tux fitting.
Yeah,
tux
exactly.
Fitting.
Oh yeah.
So
now she's horrible, man. That woman is, oh man.
Now Josh is caught off guard a little too because he's like, "What does Marshall think of this?" She's like, "I don't know.
I don't care."
She doesn't care.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Yeah.
How do you think Marshall would feel?
I don't care.
Does he know that you and I are talking at all?
That
should be a red flag for Josh. He should be like, oh, damn. Yeah.
It should be. Like, just to see how disregard she has for his feelings and, like, she just doesn't give a crap about him. I'm like, okay, maybe you feel like this isn't going to work because your two personalities aren't going to mesh together. But you can see he's a nice guy, so, like, you let him down gently. But she doesn't. She's just like, screw you. I don't like you. We ain't working out together. See ya.
Poor Marshall.
Even though she's getting mixed signals, because then she's hugging him from behind saying, just love me, just love me.
And he's got beautiful eyes.
Yeah, you beautiful eyes, yeah.
She tells Josh that Marshall's just too sensitive.
Yeah.
Some girls wish they had a more sensitive guy. And generally, in a lot of men, that's hard to bring out.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
But too much for her.
Yeah,
I mean, he's a sensitive guy. I don't know how. I mean, it's obviously more than she's ever dealt with before. I don't know if he's too sensitive, like from a woman's perspective of like what I would want from a guy. But it's nice. I think she's gonna miss that, or she should. Miss
she
it.
definitely will miss it at some point. And he even told her that, right? He's like, you know what? He's like, the shit I'm doing for you. He's like, you're gonna look back and you're gonna miss it. So
then Josh and her just kiss and stuff and make out.
Crazy, man.
And she hasn't broken up with Marshall yet.
No. Probably still got a ring on.
Right, which has been another red flag for Josh, you know. And I think part of it, from Josh's perspective, quite honestly, he just wants to win.
Yeah,
he gets pissed off that he got beat by Marshall. At this point, it's almost like a game for him, right? He just wants to win, and I think it's got a lot to do with it.
And she's giving him permission to treat her like crap because she's like, I don't want a guy who's he's the first guy who's really shown me and loved me and shown me how much he loves me and cares me. And I just don't like that.
Right.
Noted.
Okay.
Then Marshall gets back and has a conversation with Jackie, and she kind of just straight up tells him that she's attracted to Josh.
Yeah, and then she not only is she attracted to him, but hey, I met with Josh while you were off getting fit for your tux, right? So
You saying to me right now?
I don't want to be with you anymore. And
You want to be with Josh?
I will find that out.
And Marshall's like, give me back that ring. I want that ring back. You don't deserve it anymore.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like, nah, you ain't getting this ring back.
I think I'll keep it.
And that's what he's like.
This is crazy.
Oh, she's nuts, dude. And that's what she's.
Why does she want to keep it? What, for money?
Right, probably. Take that shit to the freaking damn pawn shop and pawn it off. Yeah, probably exactly what she's gonna do with
Yeah,
it.
that's
Why
trash.
would you
That's
want?
trash.
Why would you want to keep
trash.
that if you're making out with another dude?
Because she's trash. And then she flat out, and then to top it all off, and a lot of you viewers are saying the same thing. Outside, she's like, not only does she say I'm crazy, she's like, you know what? Maybe I need some self-help. It's like maybe.
Yes.
Like, no, you totally need
No,
self-help.
you absolutely do.
It's like holy cow,
I think
man.
we brushed over the part that how when they first met, Josh and her first met in the cafe, that she mentioned that when she first heard his voice and saw him,
The nipples, man. Yeah.
nipples got
Yeah,
hard.
Well, that's what we call an indicator.
She got tad bit nipply.
I don't know if her nipples got hard anytime around Marshall. So
No, she didn't say
that
they
might
did.
be the indicator for her.
Well, she
Could be.
seems like she's really into the wild side, and
Oh, yeah.
she's kind of made it known to Marshall that
That's what she likes.
he's not providing in that area.
Yeah, she likes pull my hair, slap me around a little bit. Marshall's like, that ain't me, girl.
Yeah.
I ain't into that.
So, and that could be a real problem.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
You know,
I mean,
maybe they're just not compatible like
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
That's a big
but let
issue.
him down gently. Just say,
Right.
hey, it turns out
This
that
ain't how you go about it.
No.
I'll tell you.
yeah, exactly. Because I tell you, someone else who's a little sexually freaky. That shows Chelsea, and that girl, you can tell she
Yeah,
definitely
she got,
freak.
she
You know.
got some weird stuff going
Oh
on.
yeah, so but Kwame's digging that, right? He's in for
He's
it.
embracing it.
You know, that's right. But
So,
yeah.
so Jackie tells
Marshall
him,
ain't.
take it easy.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you.
See you around.
See you around.
And he's like, no, you won't.
Nope, you didn't see me at all, girl.
I love this casual dismissing of him. Like,
Yeah.
like it's not even a big deal. Well, I'll see you later.
Yeah,
Like,
and then it shows them both like packing up their crap, and I
Yeah.
was like, man,
Just take it easy. Bye.
Marshall, you dodged a bullet.
yeah, you did, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
I mean, it kind of sucks that you were getting all excited saying this person's meant for you, but it's better now than later.
And I don't think, you look like a fool because, like,
Nah.
you did say you fell in love with the Jackie in the pods, and this was not the Jackie in the pods.
And unfortunately, this is the real Jackie, so the Jackie in the Pods is the fake Jackie. Yeah,
So
no
you
doubt.
fell in love with a fictional character, unfortunately. So
Yeah, just like Zach did with Irina, right? So I mean, it happens.
it happens.
Yeah.
Now, Kwame brings like a guy from the pods to his
Jack,
fitting.
man,
It's
his boy
weird.
Jack, yeah.
Because he doesn't have any friends.
But later
or
on,
family.
he has friends like present.
Well, they're
so-
in Portland.
yeah.
It's not easy to
Yeah,
just
I
come
guess
up
so.
for
They're
2
like,
or 3
hey, bro,
hours.
let me know when the
That's
real
right.
deal is. I don't got
But-
time to be going 3
Yeah,
hours
but
away.
I tell you what, though, man, Kwame didn't have a lot of nice things to say about Seattle.
No, he didn't.
He's like, Seattle,
Not a fan.
Yeah, Seattle's horrible. He's like, you guys is overpriced.
You are Lamar Odom with Michael Jordan prices. You're not that great.
Just like,
Not
oh man,
impressed.
no, not impressed with Seattle at all.
He can't run with his shirt off in the spring
Yeah,
months.
That's right.
It's
yeah,
too cold.
It's too cold. Yeah.
No. I mean, is Seattle really that much different than Portland? I
Evidently.
guess.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
But now Chelsea has this thing she's always wanted to do in this crazy, weird, wild
Since she was a little
photo
girl.
Yeah, it's like
Since she
boudoir.
was a little girl, she said.
Yeah, she's like, girl, I always wanted to do a boudoir photo shoot with my fiance
Very
since I was
odd.
5 years old.
Very odd. What do you guys think of this?
Yeah, that was
moment?
odd. Well, especially when she said she'd been wanting to do it since she was a little girl. I was like, huh? I was like, that's kind of.
So I've always
What the hell,
thought about
5-year-old?
like boudoir photos. Like I just imagine they're awkward to. There's a photographer watching you
right.
try to be like,
all sexy
all
and
sexy
half
and-
naked. Yeah.
but not actually being like, now hold that sexy pose. Like, like that's not sexy.
Even
but-
when they're talking to the photographer, it's weird. He's like, we just want to make sure everyone's comfortable and you're comfortable. And I'm like, what is happening? What is getting ready to go down here is what I'd be thinking.
I
yeah.
mean, the photographers have got to be like used to that.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah,
but-
he totally is.
But yeah, he did embrace. You could tell he was uncomfortable. Like he was like you said,
Mm-hmm.
let's work our way up to this.
That's right.
What are they doing with these photos? Where are they putting them, though?
Yeah, who knows, man? I don't know.
This reminds me of like the Seinfeld photo or something like that. Like, it's a weird moment like that.
She's gonna frame it and put it on the little stand right next to the
That's right.
TV for
She's gonna frame them and have them hang them in their bedroom. You know,
There you
better
go.
than these boudoir photos.
There you go.
Yeah. And then Chelsea asks if he's ready, and Kwame is like, I got some things to think about.
Oh yeah.
He said he loves her.
He's like, I love you. Well, then
But he dodges questions.
oh,
when
he
it
does.
comes to
He's
this.
good at that. He's really good at
very
dodging
good
questions.
at
man.
that.
Yeah, he's the king.
He's like,
of
I
dodging
love you.
questions.
She's like, that ain't what I asked.
Right.
But she'll redirect, and she's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Okay, you dodged that one. Let me reword
Yeah.
another
How about
one."
And then
this?
he just dodges again.
How about if your mother doesn't approve of this, are you still going to go through with it? He never answers that either. It's like,
Yeah, the editors just cut that out.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like you just see his face.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't really know what the answer to that one is.
yeah, no, that dude.
Now, occasionally they're going back to Brett and Tiffany, and I got to tell you, this is kind of a snooze fest. I mean, this
yeah.
couple is great, but there's nothing going on
Nah,
here
man,
for
it's
the
all,
viewers to
it's
get
all
into.
rainbow and sunshine with those two, man.
Not
Yeah.
for Tiffany.
Well,
Tiffany's
she-
a little
She
stressed.
like creates
But-
fake drama every now
But
and then.
even when she does, he handles it so well.
So
and is just
well.
so loving and kind and caring about it that it's not. It becomes nothing, right? It's just.
He
you know.
and you could even see like when she was just breaking down and because she was
Mm-hmm.
so overwhelmed with everything and he just held her and let her cry on her shoulder and then she just like let out a big sigh like that was what she needed.
Yeah, exactly.
Got that.
He was
Brett
like,
is
loved
like
it.
the perfect dude.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
He
he's
really
like,
is.
jeez.
he's like, come here, girl. It's okay to feel like that. It's okay to let your emotions out and just hugging her, man. I was like, damn, man, that's a good dude right there.
If she says no, I'd say yes.
Now, unfortunately,
Elena
during
married
some of
me.
these scenes, we get a good look to see what's up Tiffany's nose. But
The cameraman was not kind to
Oh,
Tiffany.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think it was more like I don't think they were boogers. I think she had been crying a lot. It's very
Yeah,
like
some
dry
snotty stuff,
skin
yeah.
around the nose from like blowing her nose multiple times. But yeah, it's just focusing on it. Like the cameraman's
for a
like,
while.
Yeah.
a long time. I'm like,
Yeah,
poor
yeah.
Tiffany. When she watches this back, she's gonna be like, really? You couldn't have chosen
right,
a better
exactly.
angle?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently, Tiffany's like anti-bra or something too. Like I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
there.
that's true, man. You don't really see her bra on too much, do you? It seems like
Does she need to wear a bra? I mean,
nah, I'm good with it. You don't wear a bra.
I don't know. I was
Ain't
just
nothing wrong with it.
observation. It's
That's
just an
right, that's right.
observation.
observation, huh? Okay.
Now, Paul and Micah make their own rings. That's a
That
little
was cool,
interesting.
man. Yeah, they went to the blacksmith forge there, freaking did their own rings. Like, that's pretty damn cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes you think that that's pretty
Oh, yeah.
pretty solid.
Yeah,
they
they
go to
do something like
Mordor. They're making this ring.
yeah, Smeagol in there, freaking like hanging out, watching him.
She did not look like she was dressed for that activity though. She was dressed a little too formally for that, I think.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I don't know, man. Paul and Micah, they're a wild card
Yeah,
because they
I'm-
do
dude, I'm
like
digging it,
weird,
man.
cool stuff like this.
Yeah.
You don't think it's gonna last, but
Yeah.
man, they are
But
teasing
then,
us on
but
this
then the
one.
way they talk about each other and the one-on-ones of the camera, I mean, in the way she's now defending him with her friends and family, and it's like,
and
dude, she's
Micah's
into him.
talking about his mom, and they're texting. It'd be a shame if they don't really
Oh,
get
yeah.
together at this point.
I mean, hell, when they're at the, having their bachelor party, she drunk calls him, I miss Paul, let me drunk call him, and, just standing up for him.
That was the most awkward thing. These drunk women like, let me see. And Paul's like, I can't hear you. What the hell's going on?
Did he just hang up the phone?
Oh, wait, he tried calling 4 times.
I don't know what the fuck she's saying.
Do you like me or no? How much do you love me? Go.
Not enough.
You crazy bitch.
Yeah, and finally, as you said, we kind of see Micah for once stand up for Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and it's funny, too, because you got Shelby, who is like, when she's sober, she's like, Paul's a really great guy. He treats her
Yeah.
really well. I don't think he'd be bad to her. I'm not necessarily sure about it, but he's a good guy. But then when she's drunk, it's like, no, fuck Paul. It was like, man.
Why are we even having this party tonight?
Right,
Like,
right.
can we find you another dude tonight?
Right, right.
Like,
She is like Paul's worst nightmare because like
When
she
she's
could
drunk.
single-handedly ruin this
But
relationship.
only when she's drunk. If Paul can just keep her sober, then it'd be all good.
well, maybe he just needs to move Micah to Scottsdale, and
There you go. Yeah,
I
get out
think
of
She
there.
Paul-
probably has another Shelby in Scottsdale.
Paul might need to
Right.
have a one-on-one for her and try and win this girl
But-
over before she does some damage
Oh,
to
yeah.
him.
But Micah finally did say, Shelby, just just support me here, you know, and you just support and shove. It's like, okay, I'll support you, so that was cool of Micah to do that, right?
Well,
so
maybe
they're not going to remember it the next day, though.
right.
They were totally
Micah's
trashed.
really coming around on this.
Yeah, I think she is.
Maybe that's what that means. Because like before, she's like whatever, but now she's like, look, I spent a lot of time with this guy. I'm getting ready to marry this guy. You can't just be saying this kind of crap.
and the things I'm saying are is how I truly feel. I really love this guy, and I think he's my soulmate. So just chill out.
They seem like an odd couple, though.
They
They
do,
are
but
odd.
it works for them because they even mentioned that, right? Like how they're both kind of odd, so their oddness together works. So yeah, I like it, man. I'm really digging Micah and Paul now, man. Obviously in the first couple episodes it was like, oh, screw Micah, but now it's like, dude, she's finally Micah's growing. I think Micah's growing as a person, and I think she's
I kind of see that.
and I'm rooting for them.
Or at least she's giving the appearance that she's growing.
Right, exactly.
I tell you, Micah looks really good in those wedding dresses.
Yeah, all those women did, dude. They were all putting those women dresses on, man. They were looking really good.
And not care for Bliss's out of all of them, though.
It might have been not the best out of all of them, but she still looked good.
Yeah, Bliss is.
I
Bliss
don't like the
is,
sleeve
still
thing.
beautiful, still
That
beautiful.
I
seemed
didn't
like
like
it
the
was gonna be
sleeving.
awkward.
Bliss is a beautiful
Yeah,
woman.
beautiful woman.
But
Not the
she
dress I would
wore
have chose.
a similar type dress with the off the shoulder sleeve thing.
She
at
seems
the
to like
bachelor
that
party,
style.
So that's
Yeah,
her
she does.
style.
Yeah, but I did like Micah's dress. That's the dress she came out.
She
in.
looked
Like,
fantastic on
yeah,
both
she did.
in both of them, and
Oh, yeah. That was great.
and I'm not the hugest Micah fan, but she looked good in
The
those
Chelsea
dresses.
dress is good too, man. I like Chelsea and her dress as well.
You weren't a big fan of Chelsea's, I don't think.
Nah,
I
I like Chelsea's too. Though.
I did. I like Chelsea's.
Yeah.
yeah. So, and then now Zach meets Bliss's dad.
Oh, that's poor guy.
And she's kind of like, "Don't worry about it. You're gonna be fine." But it's anything but.
Dude,
Kind
Bliss's dad's like the biggest pessimist on the planet.
First off, he's trying to like build rapport with him.
Right.
He's like, "You like golf? You like fishing?" He's like,
Nope.
"No."
Nah,
And he's
no,
like,
no.
"Oh."
He's like, oh, so no sports, huh?
And then he starts going on a diatribe about like
law.
one of his cases and how he feels certain people are wrong.
People are leaving
and
the table. They can't
I think
handle
his
the
dad starts
conversation.
snoring.
And their dad's like, yeah, I don't really know much about the law stuff. I don't care. He was
I
like,
even
damn.
said I don't think that really interests me or something like that.
And then it gets very awkward at that point.
Oh yeah, to the point where stepmom's crying, right? Poor woman's sitting here hearing Bliss argue with her dad, and she's crying.
I mean, they are talking over each other constantly, not really taking what the other one's saying. They're just kind of set on their ways.
Well, you're putting yourself out there in that category, just so you're.
And I
just so you
understand that it seems that way, and I
know. No,
understand that
it is that way.
Okay, okay,
It is
fine.
that
But
way.
I'm saying is
Don't
like
fool yourself.
I'm taking.
And I get like his point, but
well, Zach even excused himself for a little bit there. He's like,
Yeah.
I gotta go to the bathrooms. He just left.
I like that he did that because obviously her and her dad needed to hash some things out.
Oh, yeah.
So he's like, I'm just gonna walk away.
Oh,
he's
yeah.
kind of right though. Like 20 days, you don't really know someone. You haven't gone through that much.
Yeah, no, he's
You know?
right, but at the same time, it's like, all right, you've made your point and said your
Yeah.
piece, but he keeps doing it and keeps doing it, right? He keeps
Yeah.
pushing those buttons, and it's like, man, come on now.
Yeah.
So that was
I
very,
mean,
very
yeah.
awkward, and it made you feel bad for Zach and Bliss both. I was like, man,
Zach's,
it's like,
I
come on,
mean,
man.
his face, like his facial impressions, like obviously changed, and like
Yeah.
he just
Well, that's his
seemed
big
irritated.
fear
But
is to not be accepted.
Right. Oh yeah. So I mean,
So-
he felt very awkward there, and and I'm sure he was feeling for Bliss too at the same time. He's probably like, damn, this really sucks for her. I bet.
Yeah.
So that was just a bad meeting, man. Her dad should have just toned it down, because he just didn't. Her dad wasn't having it. Like, nope, you guys are crazy. This is nuts. You only know each other for 20 days, and and that's it. That's how I feel, and you ain't gonna change my mind. So.
He should have just taken a page from Kwame's mom's book and just not answered the phone.
Right? Yeah, no kidding. If he's gonna act like that, yeah, no doubt.
Because he's not really interested in hearing any of it.
Mm-hmm.
so I was hoping we'd get some wedding results, but apparently that's until next episode. So it kind of leaves us hanging.
We got
with
half
Kwame.
an answer.
Leaves us hanging with Kwame.
We got half an answer. Chelsea said
But
yes.
we already knew what that
we
answer was
kind
going
of
to be.
figured that was coming.
But it was cool that, so the thing is too, but Kwame's brother and sister show up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they're cool as hell, right? His sister's sweetheart, his brother's really nice.
She's in love with Chelsea.
Oh yeah, she's in love with Chelsea, and they've been
She'd marry
texting.
Chelsea.
and she flat out tells both of them, y'all better not have dragged us here for nothing. You both better be saying yes,
Yeah.
right? So I mean, she's like,
Yeah,
both of you guys better
something
say
tells me, I don't know. And even if Kwame says yes, I don't think it's
Yeah,
going
it's
to
probably not gonna
he
last,
said the way he said after the vows, and he said his little piece like
Mm-hmm.
from the heart, not having pre-written his vows. It seemed like he would say yes, but
But when they're about to ask him, he just has this look on his face like that. It doesn't seem like you'd have that look if you're getting ready to say yes.
It's editing. Come on.
Well, the funny thing is too, when the freaking pastor's talking to her, he's like, "Well, you know, to having to hold, to loving to cherish, that you part." Ask her all this stuff, and then she's like, "I do." And then he looks at Kwame. Kwame, do you take this woman? Like that was it.
And he's like, "Oh, well, maybe I will now because it's not the same terms. I don't know."
Right? I mean, until death do us part, have a hold on that. Yeah, okay.
Maybe they finish that.
Yeah, maybe.
And Brett did bring his family in there. And
yeah.
And Tiffany got to meet them.
Mm-hmm, that was good. Yeah, so they got to meet each other's family, and
apparently they don't travel too often.
Yeah, but that, I mean, you know, and of course Brett's brother was like, "Let me ask you a question."
You think he's gonna be super serious?
You like my hairdo?
Yeah. Do you approve of my hairdo? Huh? Do you approve of my hairdo?
Yeah, that was
She's
awkward.
like, huh?
She's like, what? What is this guy talking about?
I want anyone to be themselves. So
yeah, your hairdo's great. He's like, all right, perfect.
You pass for me. But.
Right. She's good, bro.
Yeah. Any final thoughts? Did we not talk about anything you guys want to get out?
Oof, I don't know.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot to process.
Dude, I mean, like I said,
that Marshall thing was nuts.
That was horrible. I felt so bad for that guy, man. Like out of all the seasons of Love Is Blind we watched, and we watched them all, that was probably like the worst that somebody's ever been treated. I think, really, when you really think about it, you know, that was just the way Jackie is, man. She's a horrible human being, man. I was like, damn, that's you gonna do that to somebody,
especially to a guy like Marshall that is just going way out of his way to make you happy, do everything right by you.
Yeah. Yeah, that was bad.
It seems like she just doesn't want that from someone, which is odd.
No, she wants to be treated like shit, evidently, and she likes to treat other people like shit. So
it's what she knows.
Yeah.
This girl is drama, man.
Oh yeah, big time, man.
She's got to do some self-help.
I mean, I don't even know how you'd please someone like this. You're bound to piss her off.
There is no.
She's about to go. She
doesn't want to be.
I mean, she says she needs self-help. She really does. I mean, period. Yeah. She needs self-help, and there is nobody that's going to be able to help her through that. She's going to figure that shit out for herself and be happy with herself before she can be happy with somebody else, right? So, yeah, she got a lot of soul searching to do, no doubt about it.
Which again brings me back to my point: why do they put people like this on the show just for this drama? Because it's not fair. That's not fair to Marshall.
Marshall's got to weed it out in the ponds.
That's right. Yeah, that's true. That's true. He didn't have to go with her.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's true, but she was different in the ponds.
Now,
I don't know. I thought she was.
Do you think if Josh and her would have chosen each other, it would be a lot different?
I think it would be different.
There'd still be drama.
There'd still be drama, and at the end, it's just gonna be a toxic relationship, and they're not gonna work, right? And they might get married, but it ain't gonna last. You know, if
I do wonder how different it would be, but
yeah. Well, then so then, and of course, then we start getting some scenes again from the next next one episode, I guess, right? Before the before the finale. But and it tries to show some drama with Brett and Tiffany again, right? And it's like, and Brett's like, man, this on this day, everything's supposed to be fine, and it's probably leading you to think like, oh, something's gonna happen, when it's really, it's like, oh, damn it, I spilled some wine on my shirt, or something. But
yeah, I don't know if that's fake drama or not.
Yeah, I think it's fake drama.
It would be surprising if it's not.
I think it's totally fake drama. Yeah.
Yeah, unless they've been hiding something from us with editing, I just don't see how these two don't say yes to each other.
No, there's no way in heck, man, unless some kind of just...
Now, we have seen two couples get along, like, in the first season, and surprisingly not get married.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
but not
Kenny, remember, they were doing really well, and then she said no.
But because she wasn't feeling him sexually, though, right? She always had that physical problem with him. They really weren't, they weren't having sex. She just couldn't get that feeling towards him, and she even kept saying that. This one, they're not having any problems, right? I mean, it's all freaking roses and rainbows across the board.
Unless
sexually,
they're hiding it.
Intellectually, everything. No, because she was even bragging about it. Remember, like in the first or second episode when they had sex, she's like, "Oh, girl, yeah, we finally did it." We had a
but
good
there
time.
could be other things
Yeah.
that
maybe
we're not seeing.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, then the show's doing
that would be one surprise, and this thing would be completely unpredictable at that point.
Yeah.
So.
And when at that point, the show just completely tricked the crap out of us, and it's like, wow, what's the point of that, right? I don't know, but
all right, Paul and Micah, the big one, the big question mark.
I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for Paul and Micah. I really like the fact that she's standing up for him now with her friends. I like that he's opening up to her. Like, you know what? I would give it a shot. I would give a shot, moving with you, or at least trying that out, because I love you and and you're going to be my wife, right? So I like that they're both kind of growing in a relationship. They're both standing up for each other, and I'm definitely rooting for them.
I think that they say yes, but I don't think they last.
I think they say
Yeah,
yes.
I don't think they'll last either.
Yeah,
but-
I hope they'll last, but they probably won't.
And now I'd be surprised if Zach and Bliss don't get married at this point.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get married.
Hmm.
And I think they might actually last.
Yeah,
you know?
I think so.
I think they got a shot at lasting.
I
I think
really do.
Zach may say no.
Because of the whole dad situation.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm hoping Bliss will kind of reassure
I
him
doubt it,
out of that, you know.
Hopefully he doesn't, because that would destroy Bliss, and he's already like broke her heart once. So
Yeah, I think aside from Brett and Tiffany, there's another couple that actually have a shot of lasting, and those two.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, they're both very similar. They're both just down to earth, good hearted, sweet people. You know, who genuinely care about each other and other people, right? So
I do think this couple could use more time before getting married.
No,
though.
I agree with that.
So, I mean, I'm kind of with the dad. I don't really like the way he presented it, but I think he does have some good points here because this couple, like, they have a little bit of issues that they probably need to resolve before they move on. But, you know, they're on this show. The show puts this pressure on them. So,
yeah, I think
and that's why I think if Zach were to say no,
they're still going to date.
I don't think he says no. I'm done with you.
Right. Yeah. No.
yeah, I think
agree with
Zach's going to be loyal one way or another, but I think like maybe down the road things could chip away at him. I don't know. I think Bliss is a wonderful person, so I hope not. But are they truly compatible? I don't know.
We got one more. Yeah, next week is all the weddings. We're looking forward to that. I won't be here, unfortunately. I'll be stuck with these two.
Oof.
Maybe a backup. I don't know. We'll see.
Oof.
But so hey, I'm gonna miss you guys, man, because I'm really, you know, I'm kind of down. I'm gonna miss that episode. But I will be back for the finale though, for sure. But hey, we love you guys. You know, we love the conversation. We've well over 200 comments. There's a lot of chatter with you guys. You know, Nancy, Josh actually didn't wear the hat today, so kudos to him. I did. I'm sorry.
We got some awesome subscribers. We love and
we
appreciate
did.
all you guys for subscribing.
Yeah,
absolutely. And we've gotten several hundred subscribers over the past couple weeks, and we love it. We appreciate you guys. And those of you who haven't subscribed yet, please do. And hey, as always, you know, this is great. You know, we love doing it, and we will check you guys in our next review.
See ya.
See ya.